Alright, he's going over some basic punches right now. Some of them I'm familiar with, and some of them you might not be familiar with. But basically, you got your jabs, which is off your front lead hand. Now, when you're in a boxing stance, right, you want to do a cross, which is straight out, or a hook, which is kind of to the side. Now, when you're blocking, depends on what techniques you want to use. You can use closed fist, open fist, palm heel. You can do your wrist like this, or maybe bend it up a little bit more, or you can do it like a knife hand, even, or a ridge hand, and things like that. You can also grab the person's arm and knee them, or do a side kick, or pull them into you and punch them in the side. Now, I took Chito with Cliff Young. And the first kata we learned is called 27 movements. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, Kia! 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 17, 18, 19, 20. Alright, let me think. It's been a while since I've done it. Alright. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, Kia! And then you do a head button. Now, what you're doing though there is your basic strikes and blocks, right? Right. So I did a spear hand, right? But this time I opened my fingers, right? Right. That's going to the eyes, right? Now, the reason I'm doing this is, okay, I'm showing you have a background in martial arts before I studied under this person, right? And they're teaching me up to 2nd degree black belt. So I'm showing you how to do some of the techniques already. Because I got a background. Now, we also have what's called one set. Block, punch, punch, punch. Block, punch, punch, punch. Or block, punch, punch. Block, punch, punch. And there's another one that's like, boom, you grab them, you use your arm as momentum, and you flip them over. And you do it on both sides.
You're not going to see more fighters attempt to compete. The reason for this is that they are extremely difficult to pull off efficiently unless you're very, very fast and your opponent's a very inexperienced fighter. If you want to know what it feels like to get beat up or to get thrown on the ground quickly, just try one of those fancy movie star kicks.
Now, there are 3 basic kicks you need to worry about if you're a beginner. First is the front kick. The second is the side kick. The third is the roundhouse kick. And the fourth is the back kick. So, again, front kick, side kick, roundhouse kick, and back kick off either leg, right? And those are your basic kicks. Now you notice I'm not doing it high. That's because in tournament fighting, if you're fighting a younger person, right, you might can kick all fancy, and that's fine. When you're fighting someone kind of letting you kick to teach you how to block, things like that.
But in fact, it's a lot different. It's called a forward thrust kick. The forward thrust kick is a lot more powerful than the snap kick, and is intended to do damage.
Now there's also the thrust kick, where you go forward with your front leg. You land on your front leg. Now, you can also do the kick off your front leg and lean back, or off your back leg and come back to where you were at. And I'll show you off both legs. Here you just kind of throw it up there, and then here you go back.
Forward thrust kick is great if your opponent is charging you, or even if you're charging your opponent. It's great for a knockdown or a big distraction. Now, the next kick that we use is the side kick. To perform the side kick, you're in your ready stance. You want to turn your back leg so that your two legs are pretty much parallel with each other. You're going to step your rear leg.
So this is a side kick.
As your feet leg perform the kick.
Now there's two ways to do it. One, you just do it off the front leg. Two, you cross over, raise the leg, then kick. Right.
Now, the side kick is great for if someone is in their ready stance and they throw a straight punch and they leave their abdomen open. You can perform that side kick, knock them down, and there you go. That covers the kicks commonly used in our fighting system. Now the first defense against a right lead punch. Okay. In your ready stance, your opponent throws a right lead punch. You can do an inside-outside block, trap with the arm. You're going to come across with a kick to the midsection, step back, kick to the knee. This will naturally bring you forward to a strike. This next technique is the defense against a choke from the front.
Alright, I missed the blocking part, but reason is they got what's called an inside-outside block, right? So some call this an outside block, but some call it an inside block because you're going from the outside to the inside of your body, right? Well, again, and some call this here an inside-out block as well, or an inside or even an outside block because you're coming from in to out, right? So it depends on how you look at it, right? So that's where martial artists might confuse you a little. Alright. Whatever you call it, okay, you're blocking either this way, you can do it like this or like this. Or you can block it more at an angle, right? And catch the fist. Or you can do it this way, even. You can do it up. You can use a palm heel or a wrist block to block someone. But that's not really sturdy for a punch. But again, you want to use mainly your forearm. This is the strongest part of your body, right? Now, some people might be so fast they can catch a nunchuck, right? You know, like that. Some people might not be, right? Sorry, I had to start it over again. I missed their blocking and I gotta show you something about it.
cover some of the basic blocks used in our fighting system. So from your ready stance, the first block we're going to use is the inside block. For the inside block, you want to take your lead hand and come straight across towards the inside,
Now,
deflecting the blow
Chito,
towards
we
the
call this
inside.
the outside
This
block.
will open up your opponent's outer body line for any sort of attack.
So
Practical
it depends
application.
on your style. This is Kenpo.
Your opponent throws
right?
a right
But it's
straight
the same
punch.
block
You
either
do
way.
an
You
inside
like that.
block.
Mm-hmm.
As you can see,
Now,
it opens up the
we're gonna do
outside of
this
your
on both
opponent's
sides,
body
though.
for
Something
a
different.
knee strike or any
The
attack to
reason
the
is I
outside.
have a background in martial arts myself, so I can.
The next block we're going
add
to show
live
is
this
an
a little
outside
bit.
block.
And I'm then teaching
an
a
outside
different
block, again, you're in your
format
fighting
of his
stance.
style incorporated
Your opponent's
into
going to
my
throw his
style,
punch,
which is
and this is just the
evolution of
reverse of an inside
Kenpo,
block.
right?
You're going to take your lead hand and deflect the blow to the outside. Okay?
So
Practical application.
this here
This is good for things such as
the
a
outside
cowboy
block for
punch,
them.
roundhouse.
Now in
So your
Chito,
opponent
we don't
throws his
have that block.
punch,
Right.
outside
You don't
block.
do that.
This will open your opponent's
But
central
in
line
Kenpo,
for a knee
you
strike,
can do that.
elbow to the face, or similar attacks.
Now we do have an inside block like this.
The next block we're going to show
Which
is
is
an
more for
inside-outside block. This
some of
block
it.
involves both hands.
We have a downward block.
So from your fighting stance, you're going to take your lead hand, which will be inside because you're using the inside of the hand, and deflect the blow,
So
and then use the outside of
he's
your
using a
behind
ridge
hand.
hand to deflect the blow
Outside.
this way.
So it'll look
It's
like
kind of a parry too.
inside, outside
Now
block.
you learn parry
Practical application.
with
Again, your
fencing.
opponent throws a straight
When you're
right punch.
fencing, you
Inside,
parry
outside.
to
Now
the
this is
inside
good
of
for
the outside.
traps of the arm and similar techniques that we're going to use later on in the video. And the final basic block that we're going to use is an outside-inside block,
So,
which again is just the
outside,
reverse of the
inside.
inside-outside block. So you'll be in a fighting stance, your opponent throws a punch, you're going to go outside
Inside.
with your behind hand and inside with your lead hand. Okay? So outside, inside. Outside, inside. Okay, fighting stance. Your opponent, for example,
Outside,
throws a
inside.
straight left punch, go outside, inside. And again, this can be used for traps. It opens up the outer line of your opponent.
Now
Knee
you're
strike,
using the back
strike
hand
to the leg,
to go
strike to the
this way,
face.
and then the.
Now you try.
All right, let's watch it again. Now, blocking is
Now we're going to
important
cover some of
because
the
if you
basic
can't
blocks
stop your
used in our
attacker,
fighting system.
you're gonna get
So
hit.
from your ready stance, the first block we're going to use is the inside block. For the inside block, you want to take your lead hand and come straight across towards the inside, deflecting the blow towards the inside. This will open up your opponent's outer body line for any sort of attack.
Now,
Practical
practice
application.
it off both
Your opponent
sides.
throws a right
This
straight
side
punch.
and this
You
side.
do an inside block. As you can see, it opens up the outside of your opponent's
do it.
body for a knee strike or any attack to the outside. Okay. The next block we're going to show is an outside block. For an outside block, again, you're in your fighting stance. Your opponent's going to throw his punch, and this is just the reverse of an inside block. You're going to take your lead hand and deflect the blow to the outside. Okay? Practical application. This is good for things such as a cowboy punch, roundhouse. So your opponent throws his punch,
Now,
outside
roundhouse
block. This will open your
is like
opponent's
that.
central line
A hook
for a
is like
knee
that.
strike,
You know the
elbow
difference
to the
right here.
face, or similar attacks.
Okay, you go straight across.
The next block we're going to show is an inside-outside
I
block.
think he got a little bit
This
confused
block
with
involves
the
both
punches.
hands.
That's all right.
So from your
There we
fighting
go.
stance, you're going to take your lead hand, which will be inside because you're using the inside of the hand, and deflect the blow,
Deflect
and
the
then
blow.
use the outside of your behind hand
On the
outside.
outside.
So it'll look like
And
inside,
you'll parry.
outside block.
Boom, boom.
Practical
You can
application.
almost do it with both
Again,
hands.
your opponent throws a straight right punch, inside, outside. Now this is good for traps of the arm and similar techniques that we're going to use later on in the video. And the final basic block that we're going to use is an outside-inside block, which again is just a reverse of the inside-outside block. So you'll be in a fighting stance, your opponent throws a punch, you're going to go outside with your behind hand and inside with your lead hand. Okay?
So you're
So
going
outside, inside, outside, inside.
inside.
Okay, fighting stance. Your opponent, for example, throws a straight left punch. Go outside, inside.
Outside,
And
inside.
again, this can be used
Now,
for traps. It
they're punching
opens
out
up
to
the
like
outer right of
this.
your opponent. Or a knee
So what
strike.
you're doing is going
strike
outside,
to the leg.
inside.
Strike to the face. Okay. Now you try.
So again, with the backhand, change stances. Oops. Sorry, I got another call.